When you travel a lot, you get a lot of stories from people about the worst flights they've had or dangerous things that have happened. During my travels, I'd rather talk about the weird and batshit crazy things that have happened or I've seen or witnessed during my time in airports or in the air. So number one on my list of batshit crazy things that have happened whilst traveling is the infamous lick story. I'm a superstitious sort, and as such I have certain habits and routines I like to follow. Always wearing red pants, that's underpants for my American friends, because if the plane's going down, I'm going down in Welsh colours, hashtag Cymru am byth. Also, I tend to really like to be the last person on the airplane where possible. I mean, if you're going to spend 11 hours sitting in an airplane, why bother getting on early? So I'm always pretty much one of the last people on. So one flight back from the States, I'm super tired, waiting to board the plane, one of the last, and I see this guy stumbling up, bouncing off the walls, clearly a bit inebriated, and I thought, there's no way he's getting on this plane, no way. And I guess I was wrong. He got on. Then my thought was, it's going to be sat next to me. So it turns out it wasn't sat next to me, he's sitting in front of me. As I'm not a massive fan of flying and long, tedious flights, I tend to take some pharmaceutical help to get to sleep. So I popped the melatonin, had a glass of wine, pulled down the eye mask and went to sleep. So for whatever reason, after about 2 or 3 hours, I woke up, a little bit foggy. I look forward and there's a bit of a commotion in front of me. The man, the slightly inebriated chap, turned to his left, grabbed the guy's face next to him and licked him. A full lick from bottom of his chin all the way to the top of his face, and then did it again. Naturally, his neighbour was not too keen on this action, so he did his best to defend himself once or twice in the face, and then it stopped. Feeling a bit groggy, wanted to calm down, I drifted back off to sleep. When I woke up on descent, I looked forward and there's a bit of a cold, frosty atmosphere, and I kind of thought, oh, maybe I dreamt it. It was a bit odd. Like, why would the person lick someone? Just odd. So I forgot about it. So when I went down to the carousel, I then saw the lickee, the man who'd been licked. And I thought, oh well, let's go and ask. So I wandered up to the chap and I said, excuse me, a bit of an odd question, but did you get licked again? And he said, yeah. I said, why did that happen? I said, what did you do? He said, well, I punched him a couple of times, but I didn't really want to get the flight diverted, so I stopped. He fell asleep and I fell asleep. It turns out the guy had been taking a lot of anti-anxiety medication coupled with a huge amount of drink due to his fear of flying, which ended up in him giving a complete stranger a full face lick. Something I'll never forget. So now when I sit next to someone on a plane, one of the first things I'll do is ask, excuse me, you're not going to lick me, are you? Diolch.